People looked at you all the time, and everybody just knew stuff about you.
That new girl moved here from Africa.
I saw Kitty Haring wearing Army pants and flip-flops, so I bought Army pants and flip-flops.
That Kitty girl is hot. She might even be hotter than Regina George.
I hear Regina George is dating Aaron Samuels again. The two were seen canoodling at Chris Iso's Halloween party. They've been inseparable ever since.
Let's face it, being a teenage girl is hard. Being a good parent to one may be even harder. The moods, the drama, the lack of responsibility, poor self-esteem in your daughter, the physical laziness. Sometimes it's too much for a parent to bear. You might need some help. You might consider putting her on a horse. Let's get one thing straight. I am not a horse person. I think they're beautiful, lovely creatures, but my mind always flashes back to the point when my grandfather brought me the pony of my dreams home. His name was Rusty, and he had an instant dislike for me. I'm older now, and I realize he was an old rodeo pony that was coming with a lot of baggage. Fast forward 15 to 20 years. I've married a man who knows what a horse can do for a young girl's soul. I have seen my stepdaughters, and now my own daughters, mature and grow under the tutelage of a horse.
That's you. Remember, your path to success. Watch. Read the line. Define your differences. Think about your trends. Make your choices. And trust how it leads.
There's two beings in the arena. One of the beings doesn't realise how important the competition is and is over half a ton. The other one has to convince the horse that what we do in the arena is really, really important. If you go and stand in the middle of that arena, you can feel 20,000 people looking at you. It's a horrible place to be.
There can be no mistakes, no doubts, no hesitations. If you take your time, the most crowded place becomes empty. Listen for the sound of silence.
Almost every woman can remember a point in her life when as a young girl, she wants to ride a horse. The passion for horses in young girls seems almost ingrained in our being. Horsemanship has many benefits for our daughters, and today I'd like to mention just a few of them. Growing up has always been difficult for girls, but in these times, they are faced with additional pressures. Girls are bombarded from every angle to fit in and conform, also forcing these young girls to do things they may otherwise feel uncomfortable doing. Self-confidence in our girls is at an all-time low. According to the Coalition for Confidence, 3/4 of young girls with low self-esteem engage in negative activities, such as eating disorders, bullying, smoking, or drinking. The coalition also states that a girl is bullied at school every 7 minutes. Poor self-confidence also leads to early sexual activities. According to the CDC in 2013, 46% of high school students surveyed admitted to be sexually active. As 40% of these students admit to not using condoms, 8 million cases of STDs were also reported. In addition, last year, 400,000 teens gave birth. Another concern is your daughter's teenage health. According to the Center for Disease Control, obesity in adolescent girls has doubled in the past 15 years. Introducing and promoting horsemanship to your daughter may help to alleviate many of these issues. The importance of mentorship in a young woman's life is undeniable. According to research by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, mentors help improve a young person's self-esteem by providing support with the pressures of day-to-day life. Youth who meet regularly with mentors are 46% less likely than their peers to try illegal drugs. These same students are 27% less likely to start drinking. Mentorship at a stable is evident the moment you walk in. Barns are a healthy environment filled with camaraderie and support. Bullying and drama are simply not tolerated. Professional horse people tend to want to share their love of horses with everyone. This includes your daughter's trainer, your veterinarian, and your farrier. Horse lovers come in all ages and walks of life. Your daughter will come into contact with them and share a common bond. Each of these people are passionate about what they do. They earn horsemanship for the love of it, certainly not for the money. My daughters have met some of the most amazing women at their barns. These women have mentored them and made them into hopefully well-rounded, grounded people they are today. Now, I love boys, but every parent will admit that one of their greatest fears is realized when their daughters start to notice boys, and vice versa. Once your daughter starts riding, she is going to be at that barn, and the barn is full of girls. It is guaranteed that once your daughter finds that special horse, her first love will be that horse, and not a boy. Equestrians are not in a rush to date. Their primary focus will be the bond between themselves and the horse. This comes from personal experience, as all three of my dating age daughters followed this path. When they noticed the opposite sex, they were too busy and noticed them from afar. Once my daughter, who should be unnamed, actually rationalized to me, I guess it's a good thing that I don't have a boyfriend, because with school and riding, I wouldn't have time for him, and he simply wouldn't understand. Horsemanship keeps a girl physically fit. Riding will increase muscle tone and stamina. Your daughter will discover and work muscles she never realized she had. She not only will be working while riding, but she'll be tacking, grooming, and cleaning up, which is a lot of physical work. Anyone who knows my daughter Grace can vouch for the physical transformation that has taken place with her. I sincerely believe that the influence of horses on a young girl's life are profound and are many-fold. Horsemanship benefits a young woman both mentally and physically, and most important, keeps her out of trouble. A quote from the U.S. team eventer Hannah Broaddus states, "I was one hell of a teenager, utterly independent, debated everything, and sought full control over my own life by the time I was 13. Looking back, it was my horse that kept me safe and out of trouble, when my parents could only do so much."
Yay!